Okay, let me be very brutally honest with you. And this video is especially for the women watching it. Now, if you have been told that cellulite is just a part of you being a woman and that it is very normal for you to just have it there and there's nothing that you can do about it, well, I hate to break it to you, but they have lied to you. And you honestly deserve to know the truth. So, if you've been stuck in the same body for years with that same cellulite that you see every day in the mirror, even though you feel that you're doing everything right, and you don't know why that cellulite is still there, well, this video will explain why. And in this video, I'm also going to break down what exactly cellulite is, why your current efforts might be making it worse, and how to finally get rid of it from the inside out. And if you're here, it's probably because you have done everything that they've told you. Maybe it's working out, you're drinking more water, you're even cutting calories, or even just going to the gym 100 times, and still you're seeing that squishy, bumpy thing because it just won't leave you. And anyone who has cellulite, you have to understand that cellulite is a symptom and it's not a life sentence. And you have to think of cellulite like an engine check light that you see in the car. But if you notice that it's blinking, that means it's pointing out to a problem. That's why when you see signs of cellulite, when you wear those shorts, you notice it's all cloudy looking under your skin. It's trying to basically get your attention. And it's not just there for fun. And here's the thing, if you feel like your body is holding on to the weight, the puffiness, the swelling, despite all your clean eating habits or your workouts, again, you're not stuck because of fat, you're stuck because of blockages. And no, it's not genetics, or it's not just genetics. And if that's what you've been told, well, it's not true. Now, for a lot of women out there, cellulite just feels like betrayal. But to be honest, it's just your body trying to communicate with you very well and very loudly. And what you're seeing is not just fat, it's a combination of many things, like your trap toxins, poor lymphatic flow, inflamed tissue, hormonal imbalances, and sometimes it's straight up burnout. That's why skinny girls have it, fit girls have it, women with really strong bodies, they also struggle with it because cellulite doesn't really care about what size you are, it just reflects your system. And yes, it is very common. But don't let them fool you into thinking that because it's common means it's normal. So, what exactly is cellulite? So, under your skin, there is a layer of connective tissue which is called a fascia. Now, when your fascia is healthy and your lymphatic system is flowing, your skin looks nice and smooth, like those ads that you see and the commercials that you really admire. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and give you a very cool example. So imagine you've got like a bunch of footballs that are just filled with air, and that pretty much is your fat cells. Now imagine that you're taking these footballs and you're trying to hold these footballs down with a very tight net, which is your connective tissue and your collagen that's under the skin. Now, when the net is strong and it's evenly spaced, you notice that the footballs stay neatly packed and your skin looks pretty much very smooth. But over time, because of excessive estrogen, aging, poor circulation, or even lack of muscle tone, that net becomes weak and those threads start loosening up and some even just snap out. Now, because that net is weak and it's snapped in many places, that football starts pushing out in those random spots. In some places, they bulge through those weak parts of the net, making that surface look very bumpy and even very uneven. Now, that is cellulite. So you can get rid of a few footballs, which is you can lose some fat, but if the net is still weak, it won't fix the look. So what is the fix? Well, you rebuild that net. You strengthen the threads, and that is what is the most important thing. And it's not about how much fat you have or how much fat you're storing. It's about whether your fascia and your lymph are working properly together. So stop blaming the fat and start looking at what's breaking down your structure. Because here's what happens when the structure goes weak: the tissues get inflamed, the lymph gets stagnant. That's when fat starts to push through very unevenly, and that's what gives you that very dimpled look that you know as cellulite. So, again, this is not about you losing fat, it's about fixing what's broken underneath. Now, cellulite isn't a systems problem, and that's why if you treat it like a surface level beauty issue, it never works. So let's understand what the three root causes are that you cannot ignore when it comes to your cellulite. Now, if you want to get rid of cellulite, you have to address these three root issues. Number one is your lymphatic congestion. Now, your lymphatic system is like a drainage system, and it is the one that clears out your waste, your toxins, and even excessive fluids. Now, I just want you to imagine this. Like, imagine if your drainage is blocked. It's like you're mopping your house at this moment, but the drain is clogged. So now you're just pushing dirty water around. That's your lymph system when it's not moving. And guess what? Your lymph has no pump. It only moves if you do, and if only you do it gently. So, if you're someone who is sitting all day, you're living in stress mode, or if you're just wearing tight clothes, you're not detoxing. What you're doing is you're just recycling the waste. And that buildup shows on your thighs, your butt, and your hips. In Ayurveda, this is considered as toxic as the residue clogs your system, and unless you don't drain it, no workouts or no creams will help you. Number two is estrogen dominant. Now, this one's going to be brutal. Now, cellulite, it loves hormonal imbalance, period, especially if you have high estrogen. Now, cellulite is heavily linked with estrogen overload, not because estrogen is bad, but because too much of it or the wrong kind of it breaks down collagen, stores fat, and retains water. And where exactly does the excess estrogen get processed? Your liver. But if your liver is overworked from alcohol, sugar, birth control, processed food, and even chronic stress, then your hormones stay stuck in circulation. And when it comes to your cellulite, well, that thrives in hormonal chaos. Number three is weak digestion. Now, if your gut's a mess, your skin will be too, of course, and everything else. And gut health isn't just about your bloating and what it's like. If your digestion is weak, your tissue quality is going to suffer. You can't build strong skin, fascia, or muscle on poor digestion. In fact, in Ayurveda, this is why every skin issue, yes, even cellulite, starts with Agni or your digestive fire. You don't need more protein powders or more protein shakes or anything of that sort. You need to actually digest what food you eat. So focus on that. But what exactly could also be making it worse? Firstly, is starving. If you're starving yourself, you're making it worse. When you cut calories too low, your body ends up eating muscle. That ends up weakening the fascia and it slows down the lymph flow. And the result is sagging skin and way more puffiness than you expect. Number two is if you're killing yourself at the gym, well, it's still worse because if you're overtraining, that means high cortisol. And cortisol breaks down collagen, making your skin less firm. So try to work out enough, but don't overtrain yourself. Next is creams and lasers. Honestly, waste of money. They may seem smooth for a week after you get it done, but unless you're fixing your lymph, your liver, and your digestion, trust me, it's just a cover up that you will notice. And I want you to think of it like this. Imagine you're spraying perfume on a garbage bin. Now, it smells nice for a second, but that garbage is still rotting. Same with cellulite. So you have to understand that you need to stop masking and start healing and stop chasing the symptoms. Because again, you deserve more than just surface fixes. So, what exactly is the actual solution? I hope you're ready for this because here is some straight to the point things that you really need to take action on. Number one is unblock your lymph. Now, start your day with warm lemon water and add pink salt to it. Also, you can do is do dry brushing. So you can just take a brush and you can just brush your skin at least 3 to 4 times a week, especially in your hips, thighs, and legs. One more thing is go for walks and also try to bounce or jump. And if you maybe have a trampoline, then please try and use it because that's like an indirect pump for your lymph system and it's also fun in a way. Try to do yoga and anything that moves your body very gently and also consistently. One more thing you can also do is keep your legs up to the wall for at least 10 minutes every night, and this alone by itself is magic and it will change how your skin looks within weeks. So I just want you to trust it a little bit. Number two is heal your liver very gently. One thing you can do is drink coriander seed water. So you can take 1 tablespoon of soaked coriander seed and keep it overnight and consume it the next day. Try to eat more of beetroot, amla, shots. They are also pretty nice. There's turmeric, flax seeds, and even leafy greens. One of the best that I love is coconut water because coconut water will help you clean up the lymphatic system and it is the best when it comes to pushing out toxic waste out of your system. So do try and have coconut water. Now, Here are a few things that you really need to cut out. One is alcohol, refined sugar, dairy, and even seed oils. So, which is why I'm going to tell you that love your liver and it will love you back with better skin, mood, and even metabolism. Number three is reignite your digestion. Ditch the smoothies that you see on Instagram or anything that's very famous. Go rather for warm, spiced, or something that's more simple, which is basic food like your dal chawal. Go something on those lines. Add ajwain, jeera, soft, or chamomile if you like teas. Especially try them and have them after your meals. Your biggest meal should generally be your lunch, and the lightest should be your dinner. So focus on that. And when you're eating, try to eat without distractions. I know it's simple and it sounds simple, but it's very difficult to follow. And even while doing it, make sure that you're chewing, you're breathing, and you're being more present while you're eating because most of us don't understand, but this helps your food digest even better. And stronger the digestion means stronger your tissues, and strong tissues don't dimple easily. Number four is build strength. Not just about sweating in the gym, but train yourself at least 3 to 4 times a week. Do your strength training, do your mobility, if you have those foam rolls, then please use them. Stretch if you can. As I said earlier, do yoga and also make sure that you have good enough water, so hydrate yourself. One more thing you should also try to do is focus on your glutes, hamstrings, and core, not just only calorie burn, because this is not about skinny, it's about strong, nourished, and also feeling supported. The last and the most important is that please prioritize your sleep and rest like it's your job. Sleep by 10 p.m. This should be non negotiable. Stop scrolling hours before you sleep so that your body gets prepared for you to just get on the bed and fall asleep. So do the slowing down process because that is very important. One more thing is track your sleep and guard it like your transformation really depends on it. Because honestly, it does. Now, I'm not here to judge your body, but I won't lie to you either. That cellulite isn't something to feel ashamed about, but it's also not something that you should settle for. You are allowed to want better and you are allowed to fix the things that feel very off in your body. And honestly, you're capable of it more than you've been told. Because under all this stuckness is a body that really wants to heal, and once you support it properly and give it the right tools, your skin, your energy, your confidence, trust me, it will all shift. And this is not just about how you look and your appearance, it's about your alignment. So make sure you take action and you follow it. And if this video has helped you see cellulite a little differently, well, let me know and please do share it with someone who might be just wanting to look for a solution when it comes to their cellulite. Because I want people to stop just looking at it as normal and start genuinely wanting to fix it. And I will see you in the next video. And until we meet again next, don't stress and be awesome. Shadat.